Alright guys, today's the big day. Hopefully. Let me just switch back over to the game so you guys can see what's up. Let me just make sure everything's going through okay. Let's see here. Looks like it. So basically, we're gonna try the Elite Four again today. I'm kind of surprised with how far we got last time. Got both of the last gym badges and Zapdos, and even managed to get all the way to Lance. Just ran out of items at the last minute though. So basically, we're just gonna do a bit of a better job preparing before we head in. Yeah, let me just make sure. Okay. So this is our team. Is there anything we can do? I should probably get rid of some of the TMs to try and get more. It's kind of sucks. So we used up our full revives. I don't know if we can get more of those. Like if we can buy them, or I mean, I might make a quick trip over to Celadon just so I can see what they've got. Yeah, our funds are a little bit low right now. I'm gonna sell like all the TMs that we don't need. Man, I wish I could just, if Pokemon had hold items in this game, that would be great. That'd be a lot more storage space. Okay, I'm just gonna start withdrawing TMs like crazy, because we need to get rid of some of these, and we need more money anyway. Yeah, I have no idea what any of these are because yeah, they just have the numbers and that's it. Some of these might be useful though. So we could probably sell some of the moonstones too. I don't know. I'll just see how far this takes us. Then I'm probably gonna go visit Celadon just to see if I can get. Okay, we can't carry any more items. Just so I can see if we've got full revives as an option. Actually, I should probably try and use these first just to see if they're useful for any of our actual team. Fide. Okay, not that one. Bubble Beam. Okay, we will use that one, I think, on Blastoise. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not. I forgot I gave him Blizzard. Can't get rid of Surf. That's probably better than Water Gun, though. But there might be a better option. So I guess I'll hold off on that. About 12. Water Gun? Yeah, that one, I'm getting rid of that one. I'm pretty sure most water types will just learn that through level up anyway, so I don't really see what the point is. Mega Punch. Not mega crazy about that one. Thunder Wave. Pikachu's already got Thunder Wave, so we can safely get rid of that one. Body Slam. That'd be good for That would be potentially really good for Snorlax. What else do they have? Because that has a chance of paralyzing. Snorlax, what do you got? Oh. Psychic Rest, Hyper Beam, Strength. I wouldn't do it instead of... I like having Rest because it means that we can basically get free heals. Psychic's really good because that's like our only Psychic coverage. Yeah. I guess we can't use it, but I don't want to sell that one either because we could change things around later. Rest, they already got Rest. Dream Eater? We could get rid of that one. I already forgot what the other numbers are. Why couldn't they just put the names in the names here instead of the item, the TM number? Okay, we're gonna get rid of Bide. We're gonna get rid of probably Bubble Beam. Now, let's... 34 and 12 for sure we'll get rid of. $34, 12, 1, 4. Well, it kind of tells you how much they're willing to sell it for, like if it's actually worth it or not. Yeah, I'm just like worried I'm gonna get rid of one that I actually end up wanting later on, but then I can't get it back. I'm gonna go see what our options are at Celadon, actually. I gotta go, like, full on, like, prepare for anything type situation. Because, I don't know, that was really... It really kind of sucked that we made it to, like, Lance's last Pokemon, and then their Dragonite just, like, Hyper Beams our last Pokemon last time. So close, and yet so far. Definitely want to avoid a similar situation today. Just put these all away. Okay, I know we can't get a full revive here. Or max revive? The revive that full heals you. So I'm gonna fly over to Celadon and see if we can't buy one there. Also gotta love that using fly makes the full restore noise. Or the potion noise. Kinda reminds me of the whole situation with Mario. Where, like, if you use... Like, if you hit a mushroom, it makes the same noise as if you go down a pipe. Because back in this era, they had to be as efficient with memory space as possible. So you see a lot of, like, reuse of stuff like that. It's kind of funny whenever you notice it. Okay, this guy's got TMs for days. But I can't tell what any of them are until I buy them or if I look him up. He definitely has Mega Punch, though. So we could safely sell that one. I was thinking, what could we do if we accidentally needed more money? I realized we may run out of trainers, but... And we may run out of items. But we could always go to the Celadon Game Corner and, like, basically gamble until we get enough coins to use, like, save scumming. And then get a whole bunch of TMs as prizes and sell those for infinite money, if we had to. But I fingers crossed it doesn't come to that. Do they have the Super Mega Ultra Revive? No, they just have regular Revive. Okay, next floor. By next floor, I mean the previous floor, apparently. Okay, there's not much in the way of stores on this floor. There are Super Nintendos, though, so that is worth noting. This has got all the evolutionary stones. Don't really need those. These are expensive. And that's just like the X attack, etc. guy. Yeah. Okay, and then we just reach the rooftop. So, with that in mind, I take it we're not going to be getting any more max revives. Unless there's like maybe like Fuchsia or Cinnabar has them. I'll just check this really quick. I mean, we got access to those cities later on. I know the department store just has. They just had great potions, so I'm assuming like whatever the last place is probably has. Just got regular revives. We got hyper potions though. What about Fuchsia? This sucks, because even though we lost, we don't get our items back. So, we might just not have any more max revives. Ever. Where's the store? Take me to your place of commerce, Fuchsia City. There it is. Deep in the zoo for some reason. Behind the, quote-unquote Lapras exhibit. Of course that's Lapras. What else would that be? Hyper Potion, and it's just regular revives again. I'm gonna look it up really quick. I just gotta know. Just even if it's not possible, I'm just curiosity has got the better of me here. Can you buy Max Revive Gen 1? Purchase at the shop in a... what? Where is it? Red, blue, yellow. When do you buy these? At the shop in a bundle of... what? Why would it give me Pokemon Go? I don't care about Pokemon Go. Oh. Yeah, no, you just straight up can't buy any more of those. So... Huh. I guess we just have to use full restores then. That kinda sucks. Alright, let me go back to the Pokemon League. Indigo Plateau. Well, at least we know for sure. So... 4 stores are 3,000 each. Let me size up our inventory right now. That's the one thing that separated us from victory. Okay, we got 5 full heals. I don't think I used a single one of those. Max Elixir. Can you buy ethers? No. Just buy 20 full restores. How many revives do we have? We don't have any revives. I'm actually really stupid. Hold on. We can buy 7. Alright, well there's all of our money. So, what is it? I'm gonna... I guess, like, try and, like, quick save really quick. Just in case. Because otherwise we're literally gonna have to spend, like, hours at the games corner just getting a second attempt. And that's not gonna be fun for anyone to watch. We actually know what to expect now, though. Like I said before the other day, it had literally been at least a decade since I played this game, so I didn't remember which order the Elite Four was in. So let's see here. Maybe I'll go for Psychic, maybe I'll get confused. Come on. Okay, that did nothing. Should've led Charizard. Yeah, sleep, please. How is that not? Because they're part water type. What do I do about you? Earthquake? That registers just fine. Okay, fly. Trying to Aurora Beam that. Why am I so stupid? Okay, we're switching out. We're going for Venusaur? Because they look like they like doing water type stuff. No, they like doing ice type stuff too, so you're just kind of toast whatever you use. Crit. For the love of all that is good, crit. They always... I don't know why they put the hardest Elite Four person out first. About to use Cloyster. Yes, pure water typing. Bring out the Pikachu. Something we can deal with. Critical hit, no less. Pikachu now level 44. Hopefully our little yellow zip-zap friend here is going to help us absolutely sweep through most of these. Yeah, withdraw, yeah. Waste your turn on not doing damage. I dare you. They're about to use Jinx. Oh man, okay, they're gonna have ice-type stuff. I'll keep Pikachu at first. Wait. I don't think they don't have water typing, so I think we could switch to Sandslash. And then we'll just... Yeah. Wait. Does that work the way I think it does? No, it works the opposite of the way I thought it did. And they're frozen. Is that the stupid mistake that's gonna cost this run? Did I already make that? I should have been using Blastoise. I keep forgetting that ice isn't super effective against water for some reason. I'm just like, oh, you can't use water type against ice type, because ice just freeze water, right? That's how it works. That's what makes sense. Nope. Sleep. And they crit. This is not the best run. I'll keep going, but if we do end up totally losing, I am just going to revert back to the save, because the only way to come back from that would be to literally gamble at the games corner for like hours to get enough money to get all the items together for another attempt. That's all it took. One Hyper Beam. Lapras. Lapras is dangerous. Use Rest. Okay, Lapras outspeeds. And Snorlax is the first down. Bring out the Pikachu. They Body Slam. Hopefully that doesn't one-shot the Pikachu. Nearly did. Can I Thunder Wave? And Hydro Pump. See you later, Pikachu. This is going somehow worse than the last time. Oh, hitting us with the blue rupee attack, and it crits. Of course, it does. Maybe we can fly? Miss their damage, get the... Oh, that did nearly nothing, but at least the paralysis actually worked for once. '43, Charizard. I swear they're the worst one. That's a lot of damage. And this is why we bought 24 restores. Okay, we'll use the revives. Half of our revives, basically. And I guess we'll full restore anyone below half. We're going up against fighting type guy next. And Sandslash probably needs to be full restored as well, especially since they're still frozen. Amazed that we managed to actually have that happen. So what's our plan here? We go in. What do you have again? Bruno of the Elite Four. Rigorous training people in Pokemon can become stronger when trained with this Pokemon. Okay, he's got 5 Pokemon. He leads Onix. I don't think we can turn one Hyper. We can just one-turn Hyper Beam this guy. I'll switch for Blastoise. Probably should have swapped out Water Gun for something else. Bubble Beam, perhaps? Hitmonchan. Blastoise has crazy high defense, so... Fire Punch. That's not gonna do anything. Okay, that should take him out. Hitmonlee. No. I guess I just keep Blastoise out to tank all the damage because they've got super high defense. Come on. Why is that so good? Don't question it. How to use Onix? No. Surf has a good chance of one-shotting this. Going this, like, what's our strategy gonna be? Blastoise is the strategy. Also, I love that Machamp sprite. Go for Blizzard, hope for freeze. Didn't think so. Another Surf. Water gun? Maybe he'll take it out? No. Okay, we need to do some damage here. It's so intense. Okay, second Elite Four down. I feel like as long as we can get over Lorelei without using too many items, then we're probably fine for the rest of it. So she's got like the psychic-y type stuff. I feel like we should be able to use full restores here on the rest of our team. Because I want to pace ourselves, but we got through that without using any full restores. So I can probably get away with healing up the rest of the team now. Fortunately for us, Blastoise can basically just tank through everything Bruno has. And you know what? You get one too, Blastoise. You did good. Okay, Agatha next. Elite 3. We'll lead Snorlax too, because hopefully the Psychic will deal with whatever they throw out. Oh right, they're gonna bring out the Gengar, and they like to switch a lot. Can I turn one Hyper Beam? Oh, they're gonna substitute. Of course they're gonna substitute. And then that's not gonna work anyway, because it's normal type, because I'm stupid, I forgot about that. Okay, they got rid of the substitute at least. And Psychic. Super effective. I really should be trying to use some sort of status effect on them. But it's going to take a turn for me to switch, so I'd rather just spam Psychic and hope they don't throw out another substitute. And they're not. For some reason, they're not throwing out another substitute. Rip in peace, Gengar. Okay, they're throwing out a Golbat. Still super effective here. Okay, Toxic. This is the one Pokemon I'm perfectly fine with him hitting with Toxic. Because we can just rest it off. Snorlax can just sleep it off. We're probably going to use all of the power points for Psychic, though. That is one thing I wish I had more of, was more like Ethers or Elixirs. If push comes to shove, we can always go for Pikachu instead. Okay, Golbat down. I'm about to throw out Haunter. Is Haunter gonna be a problem? Let's say I do switch. Let's say I switch to Venusaur. Because they're still relatively tanky and they have Poison Powder. I'm pretty sure they're affected by... Oh, they sent out Arbok? Why would you send out Arbok? Okay, we switched too, I guess. Back into Snorlax since they're already poisoned. And then we'll Hyper Beam them. I don't know how high Arbok's defense is. They definitely don't resist Hyper Beam. That's fine. Snorlax has like a million health. I guess we use Strength so we don't have to recharge, and then we could... of course now they bring out the Super Potion. Oh, that didn't actually do that much though, so this still has a good chance to... Okay, almost knocked him out. Okay, they missed their wrap. That's big for us. So regardless of who I throw out next, we rest. Trying to learn growth. Do we want to make room for growth? I guess we'll get rid of Leech Seed. This Leech Seed doesn't really do that much. It's a lot more relevant earlier on, but I don't think it scales with larger amounts of HP. Yeah, we're gonna keep the Snorlax out, have them rest, get rid of the Toxic, get full healed. It's funny that they threw out Dream Eater before we rested. That's what you get for outspeeding us, Haunter. Oh no, sleep and confused. Maybe the confusion will wear off. And then we'll hit him with Psychic. Oh, even better. Just don't... It's hurting itself in its confusion. That's the worst thing that we could possibly have happen. Okay, so we're switching. I guess Sandslash. I have a feeling Gengar's going to be a real issue. So let's use Toxic. Because I don't know if they have a way of stopping that. Wait, it didn't affect them. Okay, dig. Oh, let's go. Sandslash isn't confused. Can't confuse us into the ground. Absolutely destroyed him. Critical dig. That's huge. That's absolutely huge for us. As bad as the Lorelei fight went, it looks like both Bruno and Agatha are going down faster than they were before. And Haunter, I'm pretty sure they're not flying types, so we should be able to use Dig. And they hit Hypnosis. Okay, we'll switch back to the Snorlax again, because they can tank a lot of this. And then get Psychic going again. Yeah, it's pretty much our only option here. Hopefully that's a crit. No. But still. Okay, these are both normal types, so we can't do anything with that. So I guess we'll switch instead back to the Blastoise, because they got really high defense. Water will affect Haunter for some reason. They're just gonna put all of our team asleep. Yeah, I knew that they were gonna go for Dream Eater after that. So... hopefully this will crit and go through Confusion. Hurt itself into Confusion, of course. RNG's never on our side. Make everything sleep, apparently. That's cool. That's fine. Charizard, you're not asleep yet. It didn't affect him. Let's go. Fly. And this should do enough damage. Oh, it missed. And they're confused. Slash, come on. Oh, right, because it's physical. Charizard's confused. Please hit him anyway. Okay. And that'll be enough to knock them out. And satisfied with that. One less member of the Elite Four. And now all of our team is asleep. Well, half of it. Also, Snorlax is out of Psychic. Do we have any more? We don't have any more Ethers. We got full heals. I'm gonna use the full heals, get rid of the sleep. We don't have any effect. Oh, right, that's the one below it. Their health returned. Now that they've been cured of the terrible affliction that is being asleep. I'd say all in all, that's a pretty good amount of health to leave an Elite Four battle with. Alright. Just like that, we're back to Lance. We still have like 15 full restores. Leave the Elite Four, you can call me Lance the Dragon Trainer. Dragons are mythical Pokemon. Hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. Virtually indestructible, we'll see about that. Are you ready to lose? Gyarados. Hyper Beam. Take that, Gyarados. Dragon Rage, how much is that gonna do? Not much. Not much. Strength. Come on. Almost. I just don't want to waste all of our Hyper Beams, and they went ahead and they used the Hyper Potion. Okay. Hyper Potion, Hyper Beam. We can tank this Dragon Range as long as it doesn't crit. And then that should knock him out. Come on. Almost. One more turn. Are they gonna try and knock us out? Strength. No, they're going for the damage. Survive 49, and you're good. Okay, Gyarados down. They're about to use Dragonair. We'll keep the Snorlax out so we can use Rest. Why did I think that we were going to be able to outspeed that? No matter. This is what revives exist for. Oh, but Venusaur outspeeds Dragonair, though. Wait, they're not water type? But they're blue. Okay, get Poison Powder going. Yeah, Venusaur is pretty tanky. Which is great, because that means we should be able to revive the Snorlax. Okay, they're gonna Hyper Beam. We can take a Hyper Beam, I think. Yeah. I don't know what Growth does, so let's find out what that does. Oh, it raises your special. I thought that was like a healing thing. Okay. Well, we know now. Ah, man. Oh, man. Sandslash. Break out the big guns. We got dragons on deck. Dig so we can dodge whatever nonsense they've got prepared for us. And there's a good chance that crits too. It doesn't even need to. We got it. Okay, they're bringing out Dragonair. Just like the other one, we'll get poisoned, but this time we're going to use Toxic. Bubble Beam, that's really a problem, but they should be able to take it. Okay, yeah, easily. Dig. Do a little bit of a Sandslash tuck and roll. Oh man, I swear Dig has to be like broken in this game or something. What are they, rock flying? We could probably take a wing attack. Get Toxic going, then full restore. Or actually, what other Pokemon? We should probably switch back to the Snorlax. Wait, no. Blastoise. High defense, water type attacks. Okay, they fly. That's fine. Still got Toxic. Will they outspeed us? I don't know if they're gonna outspeed us or not. So it's probably not worth trying to attack right now. Instead, I think we want to full restore. Probably the Snorlax this turn. They're a good mix of defense and offense, so they'd be a good default option to switch back into if we need to. Blastoise will just keep tanking the Aerodactyl while we full restore the Sandslash next. Because they're like our best damage doer. They're gonna hit Hyper Beam. I think we can tank it. Yeah, just barely. Okay, then we'll full restore Blastoise. Yeah, we're in a way better position than we were last turn. Or last time. And now with them at half health, we go in for the Surf. Take advantage of that partial rock typing. They crit with Swift, but it's not going to be enough. Finish him off with Surf. Honestly, if it only takes 2 attempts for us to beat the Elite Four, and I haven't played this game in, you know, probably closer to 2 decades, I'd be pretty happy with that. Okay, they're down to their last Pokemon, and we still got all of ours. Okay, they're bringing out the Dragonite. I want to swap back to Sandslash so we can get Toxic going turn 1. They're hitting Blizzard. Please survive. Just gotta survive for what, 1 turn. Come on, Sandslash. Yeah, we just barely survive. And they're badly poisoned. Swap back to the tanky Snorlax. Yeah, Hyper Beam. We got over 200 health. We should be able to take that. Please? Okay. This isn't good. So, it's kind of pointless to do that on Snorlax because they have the built-in full restore effectively. They've got Toxic going on. I'm gonna full heal a Sandslash because they do good damage at least. I don't think any of our Pokemon have the best defense against this. Oh yeah, they have to charge this turn because they didn't knock us out. Okay. Then I'll hit Snorlax with a full restore. So they can tank another Hyper Beam if they bring it out. Hopefully they use something else. Fire Blast. What a mistake. What a joke you are, Lance. Snorlax was burned, that's fine. That is A-okay. We can hit Rest, that'll deal with the burn, that'll heal them back up. And Snorlax can keep tanking these hits from Dragonite while they're slowly succumbing to Toxic. What a perfect rest that is. They got Thunder Shock, so... yeah, Snorlax is asleep. So I should probably take advantage of this turn to use a full restore on the Venusaur. I don't know if we have to fight, like, our rival one more time afterwards. I think we do. So I want to make sure that we're good and healed up for that. Toxic's gonna take out the Dragonite. The rest of our team's at full health. The only move we're out of power points on is Psychic on Snorlax. Even their healing items aren't going to be able to keep up with Toxic. The hit Fire Blast will probably survive that. They're like one turn away from being knocked out from the from Toxic. Yeah, I don't know if Snorlax is going to wake up in time, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit them with a full restore. That'll also make them not asleep anymore, so we can attack the next turn. And they missed. Rip in peace, Dragonite. Just like that, we beat Lance. Revenge. Revenge. That's it. I hate to admit it, but you are Pokemon Master. 6,000 Pokemon dollars. Still can't believe my dragons lost to you. You're now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been. You have one more challenge ahead. I thought so. Face another trainer. His name is Blue. He beat the Elite Four before you. Real Pokemon League champion. And we're at full health even. Okay, I got it. Well, these signs don't actually say anything. That's interesting. I don't think it's worth wasting the elixir on the Snorlax. I don't think we'll need Psychic. Alright, here we go. I was looking forward to seeing you. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. What? Pokedex select all over for powerful Pokemon. Beat any Pokemon type, and now. It means you're gonna be the champion for all of like 2 seconds before we take the title from you. Final rival fight? Oh, they're leading Sandslash? What dirty tricks are these? Oh man. What are they gonna throw out first? Let's switch to Blastoise. They'll probably tank whatever he's got. Fury Swipes? That's not a big deal. Okay, then we'll hit Surf. Big damage, come on. Oh, almost one hit. That's gonna be a lot though, because it's a crit. We outspeed him though, so we should be able to take out the Sandslash. Inferior Sandslash user. Okay, that's one down for him. We still have all of ours. Alakazam. Yeah, we'll probably want to switch to... I think that's super effective against poison. guess I'll go for Pikachu and try and get Thunder Wave going. We're gonna use Psybeam. Hopefully we can take one Psybeam. We can't even take one Psybeam. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. We're gonna get Toxic going. Psychic, that's really a problem. But Sandslash can take it, right? No. Venusaur? Poison Powder? Kinesis? Accuracy fell? Okay, I don't care. I don't know how well we can take damage here. Oh, I need to revive, actually. Bring back the Sandslash. This is all quite scary. Can you take Psybeam at least, Venusaur? Full restore. What's our best answer for this? Probably the Sandslash. Use Dig. Dodge it. Okay. Managed to survive that. Do I want to full restore the Blastoise? Do I want to revive the Pikachu? I think we want to full restore the Blastoise. They're gonna knock out the Venusaur, but that's fine. Wait, it failed again? Revive the Pikachu. Yeah, eventually they hit the Kinesis, they give us... Wait. That's not doing damage. Full restore the Pikachu. We've got way more full restores than we have revives. Okay, they're gonna knock out the Venusaur, that's what I was waiting for. So we get the switch out. Bring out the Sandslash. And then dig. Like your life depends on it. They outspeed. Come on, just survive one. Okay. They dig, which means they'll dodge any damage this turn. Use Recover. Yes! That's what I was hoping for. That was the only way I could see us doing enough damage to take it out. Sandslash level 57. Executor. Are they part poison type? They're grass something. I think we do switch here for Charizard. They're not part ground type. So Fire Blast should be a really useful strategy here. And we do outspeed. How much of a problem is Barrage going to be? Okay, we should be able to survive that. Easy. I think we play it safe and use Fly here. How do we miss? RNG. It'll be like 99%, 20% of the time. Okay, just go for the Fire Blast. Hope for the burn. Even if it doesn't, it's going to do massive damage. And then we're out of that. Slash, go for the crit. Oh, they got one little tiniest little pixel of health left. But we do outspeed, so that'll take that out. This is so tense. Cloyster, yeah, we're switching for Cloyster. Bring out the Pikachu. Good thing we got the chance to revive them earlier. Drop Thunder. How did we miss? Why would you... Not happy about that one. That felt cheap. Okay, so in order to deal with that now, bring in the Blastoise. They'll probably be able to tank it. We'll revive the Pikachu. Unless we've got an answer for this. We could try and clutch the freeze, but I don't think that's going to work very well. Probably should have brought back the Venusaur to be fair, but whatever. Well, we're out of revives again, so we're going to have to get creative with these full restores. It doesn't look like they can do that much damage though. So let's go ahead and just like heal everybody while Blastoise tanks everything. I'm just gonna keep using Spike Cannon apparently. Bring back the Charizard. Does this always hit for 3? No. We can survive another one of those. Oh, are we out of full restores again? Well. Hope the Blizzard connects. Go for the freeze. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch. I can't believe we're already out of... Oh, there's a 4th hit that can do? There's a 5th hit that can do. Right. So, if I switch in the, Snorlax instead, let's say, hypothetically. Clamp, that's annoying. It's water type wrap. Hyper Beam, come on. You can tank the Spike Cannon, right? Come on, only 2 hits? Come on, only 3 hits? Come on, only 4 hits? And it's the maximum number of hits. I still get Hyper Beam going though. Please do a lot. Okay, critical Hyper Beam. And there goes Snorlax. That's really not good. That was the worst way that couple of turns could have panned out, but... Bring out the Snorlax, or bring out the Charizard. Fly to dodge whatever water nonsense they've got planned for us. Critical hit. Aurora Beam shouldn't be that effective because it's Ice type. We're Fire type. Why would that? Please don't one hit. Oh. Critical. Why? We're gonna lose again. Because the RNG is just gonna be like, nope. So it's either Pikachu, hope Thunder doesn't miss again. And it missed, of course it did, because the game wants me to lose. And then that's going to make it impossible for us to attack again. So we could try going for the crit on the Slash. They're super effective though, so they might just knock us out in a turn. Go for the crit. What else do they have? They got 2 more Pokemon. They got Ninetales. At least we're super effective against that. Use Dig, there's a good chance. Confuse Ray. Yep. We still have a chance. Sandslash isn't confused anymore. Oh, okay. At least that. Come on. Would Slash turn 1? Okay, they hit Tail Whip. What a fool. Yes. We're down to 1 Pokemon. We might just be able to get this, and it's Jolteon. Dig. Dig like your life depends on it. Because it does. Blues Pikachu. Come on. 1 shot. Thank you, Sandslash. You are officially the best Pokemon ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just barely. Just. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was... RNG was gonna make it so we were just like guaranteed gonna lose, and we almost did. Almost. Keyword, almost. And with that, there goes the champion, and here comes a new champion. After only the 2nd attempt at the Elite Four. Never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Yes, you did. Why do you still have Tail Whip on Ninetales? If you literally didn't use Tail Whip, I would have lost. You're the new Pokemon League champion. Don't like to admit it. Oh, the music in slow motion for dramatic effect. Beautiful. So you won! Congratulations! You're the new Pokemon League champion. Grown up so much since you first left with Pikachu. You gotta feel bad for him. Cause it's just like, he got to be champion for like 5 minutes. Now his own grandfather is like telling him he's disappointed in him. Okay, when I heard you beat the Elite Four, I got here. You'd already lost. Do you understand why you lost? It's because you suck at Pokemon. I'm disappointed to have you as a grandson. Get out of my sight. You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with trust and love. You'll never become a champ again. You understand that your victory was not just your own doing? The bond you share with your Pokemon. You know the Pokemon that are like half fainted right now? Come with me. He just like grabs our character's hand and just like drags him into the next room. Congratulations! As far as the Pokemon Hall of Fame, Pokemon League champions are honored for their exploits here. Pokemon are also recorded. Endeavored hard to become the new League champion. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. That's a really creative title. Up. This is where the winners go. Pink Snorlax. Blastoise, aka Tank Turtle. Plant Dinosaur. Big Spicy Lizard. Charizard. The good 90s Fat Pikachu. And of course, the greatest Pokemon of all time, Sandslash. We had exactly 50 Pokemon? That's interesting. Got at least 50 species. You finally got... what? Be sure to get XP all from there. Oh yeah, that's right, there is something that we get for 50. I forget where they're at. And roll credits. I've only seen this before once. I saw Masuda in there. There's probably more than one. Oh man. I have to say it, this game is even better than I remembered it. Like there's some games that you just get nostalgic for, you know? It's just like you gotta go back and play them every now and then. I feel like this is one of those games. Oh man. What a close victory that was. Don't think this means things are over though. There is a post-game allegedly. There's still a Mewtwo hiding somewhere. Don't touch that dial. Yeah, I really wanted to play this game because, like, I really want to do, like, some of, like, the crazy, like, challenges or, like, ROM hacks or something for this game, but I'm like, you gotta play at least one normal run of the game first on stream, right? Especially since it's been a while. And I'm so glad I did. Wait. Okay, there we go. I was getting worried it was just gonna be like stuck there and you have to like reset the Game Boy. I'm sure, like that new gimmick for like Scarlet and Violet with like the weird like crystal versions of Pokemon, I'm pretty sure Pikachu's comes from like this game. Specifically like right here. You see the Pikachu with the balloons? Alright. And we continue with our... Oh. Yeah, they still need to go, take a little rest after all that. Apparently our own mom knows more than the, at least as much as the Pokemon centers. Maybe she used to work at one at some point. Oh man, I don't think I've ever done the post-game stuff for this game, because I guess when I was younger I never realized it was there. So like, I'll be honest, I don't know actually where we go to find like Mewtwo and such. Oh right, there is that one cave that was off the side of Cerulean that only the champion can go through. So, I mean, that's probably a start. How's your Pokedex coming? 133 Cien out of all 150. Oh. He's not gonna bother giving that item to us. He's just like, oh, he'll get it from his aide. Okay, so from here, I guess we go Cerulean. Because there's that one little cave off to the side over here. Up in that water. Champions only. No Garys allowed. Why am I doing this? It's just like... it's like involuntary at this point. I go into a Pokemon Center, I automatically talk to get the Pokemon healed. It's just like... muscle memory takes over. Pikachu's pretty happy about these turns of events. Okay, so make sure we've got items. Full heals. We don't have anything for healing. How are we doing in terms of monies? I guess we're doing alright. I should probably see about getting a few more potions or something, just in case. But besides that, we're gonna go in that cave. Oh, they just have regular potions? Eh. I think we'll fly. We'll fly. What? Fuchsia? Cinnabar? Fuchsia? Grab a few more Ultra Potions. Oh, this is Pokemon Center. Just so we got something to work with. Because if we are going to run into a certain Mewtwo type character, really want us to be prepared for dealing with that. I think it's up here. Slice that celery. Oh, I went too far north. Okay, how much for your finest potions? Get like 5 of those. And a couple revives. That'll do us. And we'll go ahead and fly right back to Cerulean. So we can get to that cave now. Also, I love how Charizard just randomly turns into a bird. Okay, how do I get that water? There's all these trees in the way. Curse you, foiled again by inconveniently placed foliage. So we're probably either going to have to come at it from this side, or we're going to have to go up north. Oh man. So excited that we did that. Okay, yeah, this is where we go. Okay. Oh, not Sandslash. He can do many things, but swim is not one of them. Got our cave over here. Wait, the guy's gone? It's not even being guarded anymore. Do they go over here? Have you seen a guy blocking a cave? They're just sitting over there, contemplating their mushroom crab collection. Actually, real quick, I'm gonna go get some water or something because it is a little bit high temperature over here. So quick ventilation and hydration break. I'll be back in like a minute, and then we're gonna check out this cave and go Mewtwo hunting. Be right back in a minute, guys. And we are back. It's Mewtwo hunting time. Maybe we'll find the truck with the Mew hiding underneath it. Still a mystery how to get it. Maybe we can crack the Mew code. Alright. Enter the cave. Oh, right, it's a cave. Do we have repels? I have a feeling we might need them. Anytime we have to use surf in a cave. Okay, I could go up there, but what if I could just keep going? Then there's another path. Okay, we'll go for the first one. We found a max elixir. I don't know who this Max guy is, but I wish he would stop dropping his stuff everywhere. Wait, there's just wild Sandslashes in this cave? Let me out. Sandslash is dangerous if you're on the opposite team. Try running again. Okay. That's your only safe bet when it comes to Sandslash. Next floor. It's around here. Wild Pokemon, that's what's around here. More Sandslashes. It's all Sandslashes all the way down. Okay, so we're probably going to want to switch our team around, so we got a Blastoise up here instead. And that's when the Golbat appears. Right. Why'd they have to put all these bats in this cave? That's like one of the things I like about the new, like, 3D Pokemon games, is that you don't just have spontaneous bats appearing out of thin air. You know what, Graveler? No, I'm gonna make an example out of you. Yeah, stop bothering me, cave-dwelling Pokemon. Oh, this just goes in a big circle around the staircase. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? You could say for him that battle got off to a rocky start. Oh, level 48 Blastoise though. Oh, this goes nowhere. Right. Well, at least there's only one path left. That's the upside of going every wrong way first, is that you know which ways you don't have to go. Can't escape. All status changes are eliminated. What? I didn't even know that was a thing. What do you bet? I'm gonna go this way because there might be an item. I didn't even get a chance to move hardly there. Like I was like at a full stop and then I hit up and then they're just like, nope, no up, only bat. Let me out. Okay. I knew it. This is gonna be the wrong way, but there's gonna be an item at the end. Right on. Right on, right on. Let me around here. Oh, it's a spiral. Attack of the red gloom. Of all the colors they could have picked to be specifically Gloom's color. Oh hey, another max revive. We at least have one of those. Most valuable item. Well, one of them. Man, they could have... It would have cost them nothing to turn down the spawn rate on Pokemon in the cave. Some sort of stony looking Ditto. I want it. Okay, how do I get you without accidentally getting you too hard? I use transform. See this Pikachu? This is what you look like. This is the most terrifying Pokemon because it's like looking into the mirror all the time. Can you Thunder Wave the Ditto Pikachu? Also, why is its eyes normal? Okay, Ditto's paralyzed. Does that change like its typing? Is that going to make it so it doesn't get affected too much? I'm going to use a quick attack just to kind of like feel for how much damage it takes. Pikachu is actually, like, electric types in general are really good for catching Pokemon, because you can always just use Thunder Wave to paralyze your opponent. And then just, like, slowly chip away health. Oh no, they used Thunderbolt against Pikachu. Gasp. Okay, another quick attack. Please no crits. I think I'm gonna go for a potion here. Just to play it on the safe side. What do you bet that's gonna do more damage than it normally would? Okay. I had to say that it also would crit. It usually likes to crit right after you've used a potion. It feels like. Please don't... Okay. And they hit us with thunder. Please don't do much, please don't do much. Please? Okay. Okay, they're paralyzed and they're in the red, so should be able to catch them. 22 Ultra Balls. Come on, Ditto. Awesome, first try. Ditto, aka known as Transform. When it spots an enemy, its body transfigures into an almost perfect copy of its opponent. Do we need to heal some people here? I think I'll do it. I don't want to go back to the Pokemon Center. Okay, that's the way we went before. Oh. Sandslash. Versus Pressure Washer Turtle. Oh no. They just had to make it be Sandslash to be the Pokemon that appears everywhere in this cave. stairs. Okay, we could surf there. Let me get this item. It's kind of good that they have Pokemon this high level here, so you can actually kind of grind a little bit. Get your Pokemon a bit higher level. Oh, we got choices. I'm gonna surf because I bet that ladder is where you're supposed to go. There's probably another item over here. Yeah, thought so. Rare candy. Whoa, wild Venomoth. Neat. Okay, that means there's only one way to go. And it is up the ladder. Gold bat. Can't escape. Alright, Maze Part 2. Okay, I don't know if this was the right way. Oh, this is the way to get items. Full restore. Happy to have that. It's Rhyhorn. Do I have one of those? I don't think I have one of those. Maybe I'll catch one. Why not? If you survive this, then I'll try and catch you. It did not survive that. And Gloom again. They're really just like, what color do we use for this plant? Because we're only using like one main color for each Pokemon. Red. Make Gloom bright red. Bright. Bright red. Offer still stands for Rhydon. Survive one water attack, and I will try to catch you. What about you? Got 2 levels ahead of us. Guess 2 levels isn't enough. This is a dangerous cave. That means that there's probably fabulous prizes at the end. What do you mean can't escape? Could escape. Didn't escape. Oh, we got a choice. I'll go left first. I think we went the right way. Which makes me wonder what was the other way, but it's probably just like an item or something. We've already got the Master Ball, so... It has Mewtwo's name written all over it. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, but you want to use a regular Pokeball instead, so you can save the Master Ball for if there's like a shiny or something. Like in this game, you don't even get to tell if something is a shiny or not until after you catch it. So there's literally no way for me to know. You literally just have to catch everything you see and hope for the best. Another rare candy. I'm just imagining Mewtwo's like set a trap for us. He just like made like a trail of rare candy. There's just like a big old cardboard box at the end. Like a TM or a full restore or something on the inside. As soon as we touch it, he pulls the string. It's like, who's catching who now? Man, it would be great if I could take 2 steps without being attacked by my Rhydon. Alright, offer why is that hard to say? Still stands. They're not interested. Okay, level 49. One more and we've got another level 50 on our team. What are you doing in this cave, Chansey? Why do you live here? Shouldn't you be in a Pokemon Center or something? Somewhere where sunlight touches? Like, I can get why there's all these bats in the cave and rock types. But why would they be down here? Rhyhorn probably doesn't care if he ever sees sunlight. Okay, there's an item. Another max elixir. Happily take that. Let me through. Push all the bats out the way. Who needs repels? Oh, what is this? What do you bet one of those isn't even actually an item? One of them's like a Voltorb or something. Ultra Ball. And you are Max Revive. Okay. I could have swore one of those was going to be a trap, but I'm up for being pleasantly surprised. Man, it would be really great if I could find like a repel though. I think I'm gonna need to use like a healing item here actually. Blastoise has taken quite a few hits. There's a million other places you could be right now, Golbat. But you choose to be here. Why? Another Ultra Ball. Is this the cave of actually useful items? Offer still stands. Survive one surf. Well, looks like we'll not be taking a ride on home with us today. They're level 50. They're level 52. They're gonna get knocked out instantly. Don't waste my time. Rhyhorn. If that even is your real name. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Did you see that? Some sort of... He's just standing there menacingly. Mewtwo over there T-posing. I think that's Mewtwo. It doesn't look like one of the birds, so it's not... I'm pretty sure Moltres was back in the Victory Road cave. So that's something completely different. Also, do I want to catch Lickitung? I think I do. Let's see how he handles a single blizzard. Well, that's a good start for him. Take one more blizzard and I think we're gonna get a Lickitung. Don't disable blizzard. Okay, water gun. Yeah, you can have that one. Rupees for you. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Whoosh. Ultra Ball. Wait, what? Oh, I see how it is. Look, Lickitung. Like, consider your options here. You're at like 2 points of health. You either get caught, or you get knocked out. Choice is yours. That's what I thought. Lickitung. His friends call him Licking. Its tongue spans almost 7 feet. Moves more freely than its forelegs. Wait, what do you mean forelegs? Does it have hind legs? Its licks can cause paralysis. That Pokédex entry raises a lot more questions than answers. Alright, and here we are. As soon as I get this Golbat out of the way. Can't escape. The Golbat's like, I think this has to be Mewtwo. They wouldn't have any other Pokemon just standing out there in the open like that, so let's go ahead and probably... Just stand there for a second. Let's get that Pikachu full healed. Because we're probably going to want to use Thunder Wave. What, maybe use a Hyper Potion on the Snorlax? It's probably a good idea. And... don't mind me, just quick saving, just in case. It's kind of funny, I've been doing that, but I've never actually had to use that. But I just like having the option. Alright. Are you who I think you are? Pikachu. Mew. What? It's Mewtwo! Wild Mewtwo appeared. Oh man. This is the situation you use the Master Ball for, surely. Is Mew in this game? Because I'm totally gonna use the Master Ball if Mew is not in the game. I think you had to do like a special event in order to get Mew, but I'm gonna double check really quick. Because I know Mew is usually harder to catch than Mewtwo. Hello. Mew. Well, nowhere. Can't legitimately catch Mew. That's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, who else gets the Master Ball except for the man, the myth, the legend, Mewtwo? Mewtwo was caught. I didn't even know what hit him. He's just standing there, minding his own business. Mewtwo. Also known as genetic. Its DNA is almost the same as Mew's, however. Its size and disposition are vastly different. You wanna give a nickname to him? Call him like Mew 3. Oh man. Let's take a closer look at what we've just found. I would be tempted to try and, like, catch every Pokemon in the Pokédex, but unfortunately, it's not actually possible without trading. In the first generation. DNA is almost the same as Mew's. Ah, it's the same information. Weight, 269 pounds. Number 150. Can you believe it? That's the final Pokemon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, we've got an Eevee. The game gives you an Eevee, but we can't evolve them simultaneously into Jolteon and Flareon. So it's not actually possible for us to complete the Pokédex without trading. Let's escape rope out of here. Oh man. So we caught Mewtwo. How are you doing, Pikachu? Is there more post-game? Is there like a battle tower or something? Or is Mewtwo pretty much the post-game? Let's go ahead and switch them out. Actually, we should probably go try and catch Moltres as well. So we've got all the birds. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Almost dropped my 2-liter of ice water here. I'm, like, holding on to. I'm gonna look up to see if there's more of a post-game. Pokemon Yellow. Post-game. What else is here? Legendaries. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to beat the Elite Four and the champion and get Mewtwo this fast. So, let's get Mewtwo. I want to see what they learn. Like, what moves does he come with? And we'll try and go after Moltres. We're still missing a legendary bird. I think that is, like, all 4 of the legendaries in this game. Is the birds and Mewtwo, and that's it. We will deposit... Sandslash is the legendary above all other legendaries, so we're not going to get rid of them. I guess Snorlax? Retrieve ourselves a Mewtwo. That's crazy, they start at level 70? 170 attack, 146 defense. 238 special. Because they didn't separate special attack and defense at this point. Swift, Psychic, Barrier, Recover. So they actually have, like, really good moves right from the start. Let's go grab some repels and then try and go catch Moltres. Build like a team that's all legendaries. Maybe rematch the Elite Four again. We've got some time. What item is this? Electroda's loafing around. Oh, they only have regular repels here. Wait. I hope we don't need strength. Yeah, I think we need strength in a cave, don't we? Which means we actually need Snorlax. Man. I really don't like the whole you have to have Pokemon learn HMs thing. It's just like... there goes at least one member of your team to be the HM user. Also, I think I need to go to Fuchsia or Cinnabar. Yeah, I think we need strength. So I guess we'll swap out the Venusaur then? They don't know any HM moves. Also, I just realized... oh wait. Never mind. I'm just like... I remember Mewtwo being down here like, wait, why does Mewtwo look like Seal or Lapras or something? I just switched him around. They got the same sprite as Charizard though. And I made the same mistake. Repels, 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 super repels. Give me like 3 of those. And then... fly. Could probably work backwards. Actually, you see Moltres pretty early on in the cave, so I'll probably go in from the Viridian side. Yeah, it's probably smart to get rid of Venusaur, actually. Considering Moltres being a big old spicy bird. Trade offer. You receive Venusaur. I receive... where are you at? Snorlax. And then we'll head over here to Victory Road. Why can't I have Mewtwo out following me around? I really hope that they include something like the Pokemon Camp feature in Scarlet and Violet. I feel like those are some really good features to have, because people just like the Pokemon. It's always good to have something like that where you can, like, just randomly interact with Pokemon like that. Outside of, like, fighting or competitions or anything. I'm sure they will. They've included something like that in, like, most of the recent games, I think. Do a little surfing. Oh, wrong way. Have I ever caught Mewtwo in this game before? I don't think I have. I want to see what it's like. Just gonna get back in that cave. Because there's always gotta be a cave. What? The puzzle got reset. But why though? Oh boy. Alright, what does the Mewtwo sprite look like from behind? He looks a bit shorter than usual. Like his head's a little bit larger. Psychic. Bad day to be Geodude. Oh, we gotta do this puzzle over again. Game. For shame. Alright, I brought repels. I should probably use them. Super repel. Actually, I think max repels are a thing, and I probably should have got that instead. Pokemon. Snorlax. Hopefully it lasts. I think 3 would be fine. Just push this over here. Wait. Oh yeah, we can't go through that way. That's just a coming back kind of pathway. Yeah, I never fully explored this cave, and we definitely dodged quite a few trainers, so that's gonna be kind of funny to deal with them with Mewtwo. Is there something up here? This looks like a something up here type area. Oh, there's a choice. There's a choice to be made. TM43. What are you? Sky attack. Interesting. I guess we gotta come back to get the other one. That's just a path back. Repel wore off. Maybe we can make it to the stairs. By stairs, I mean a ladder. I mean, what is a ladder except for a set of vertical stairs? Okay. Spicy bird's right over there. But how do we get there? Oh, I see what we gotta do here. Push that over. And we can go through here. Did I fight you? I didn't fight you. Or I did, I mean. Gotta push a rock all the way around here, allegedly. Wait. How do we get through there? Uh-oh. I don't think we got enough repels. Probably that ladder there, right? How do I get in there? Not through here. There's probably multiple options where we can take this boulder. TM47. I missed that last time. Explosion. So how do we get to Spicy Bird? Is there another thing down here? Decisions. Just have like Mewtwo levitate us over there. Why did I have to put it all the way over there? So you gotta do it just like painstakingly one push at a time. This is fine. And we're being attacked by stuff again. So much for those repels. I greatly underestimated the amount of space this cave takes up. I think that's the ladder that you're supposed to take over there whenever you're trying to get to Elite Four. That animation where they just like slowly like slide in from the side. Yep. Gotta have the entire room flash and then have them slowly pan in. And then that's the ladder we came in here with. Did I fight you? I fought you already. Oh man, things are gonna be a little bit rockier from here on out. 2 steps. Man, now I'm wondering what we're gonna be doing on Friday. You gonna fight me? Did I fight you already? Who do I need to pick fights with? Not you. Hathaway Macho. Just like swap all the legendary, or swap all the Kanto starters out for legendaries. Wait, this is a dead end? Oh wait, no. I fell for that before too. Classic. Okay, this boulder's back here again. Should I have gone the other way? I am so confused. I picked up Mewtwo. Okay. Spicy chicken over there still. Don't think there's a thing to push a boulder onto that way. There's another entrance. There's another cave entrance right there. Wait, that might be the main exit. Maybe I should have entered the cave from the other side. If so, that's my bad. I don't know. Okay, that's open now. I'm aware Blue came through here. And he came back through here again. What happens to Blue canonically, I wonder? Let me down there. What is this? Weren't we already in here? I'm so confused. Is it Mewtwo? Is it because I have Mewtwo? Is Mewtwo really in charge and I'm like confused because of Mewtwo's like just side effects of being around him? Can you really say that you're in charge of Mewtwo if you catch him? Well, this is like the start of the area. How do I get over to a spicy chicken? He's so heavily guarded. Can't move that. That just leads back to where we were. Did hitting both of these switches open something? We've got this ladder here. We've got this ladder. That doesn't lead anywhere. This goes into the stone zone. Did I fight this guy already? I'm pretty sure I dodged this guy before. Oh. No, I got him. Ah, why didn't I buy more repels? Geodude, you realized you are up against Mewtwo. You know I can just do this, right? I think it's that ladder that's behind the guy. Out of here. Mewtwo just psychically picks up the Geodude and rolls him like a bowling ball. Should I come through this way? There's a way back through here. This requires strength to move. I'm pretty sure this just is a backtracking route. What about that one ladder? There's like the one tricky rock pushing puzzle. Maybe I go back through that way. Maybe this needs to go somewhere. Yeah, isn't there like one that's like way out of the way? I bet that's what it is. I'm gonna try and like figure out where the boulder is supposed to go first. They really make you earn that Moltres. Yeah, let's go here. I don't remember where this leads. Did I fight you already? Oh, this is it. This is the Moltres zone. We've reached the spicy chicken house. If you can get through here, you can go meet the Elite Four. Trust me, the Elite Four and I are already well acquainted at this point. Charmeleon, that's cute. Oh man. How will this barrier work? I'm gonna try this out. Mewtwo's defense greatly rose. Okay, so that's how that works in this game. It just greatly boosts your regular defense. And Swift hits anything. It doesn't even matter if they're using Dig. You can hit them under the ground. Kind of reminiscent of a certain blue aura dog who's going to exist in a few generations and steal the spotlight from Mewtwo. But for right now, this is Mewtwo's game. Go to use Lickitung. Try it. We're actually probably going to want to switch which Pokemon we're leading before we encounter the spicy chicken. Pokemaniac. No, unbelievable. I can beat you when it comes to knowledge about Pokemon. No you can't. Case in point. Tell me what a Snom is. That's what I thought. Okay. We've reached spicy nuggets. What do I use to deal with you? the Pikachu in place. We still have like a ton of Ultra Balls, so let's go for it. Another Gao. It's funny that they all make the same noise. Wow, Moltres looking like they got a little bit of a sunburn. He's dangerously cheesy. And with Thunder Wave. Okay, they're fully paralyzed. Let's use a quick attack just to kind of get a feel for how much damage they can take. Okay, plenty. So if I just use regular Thunderbolt, I mean, they are part flying. So this could do a lot, but they have 6 level advantage, and they're a legendary. Yeah. They can take another one of those. Please no crits. Oh, that scared me. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, crit, haha. There goes Moltres, you can never get another attempt again. Go for it. Oh, you missed. Come on. Okay, how about I use another quick attack to just kind of gently nudge their health bar down a little bit. Wait, what? Oh right, they've got a fire type wrap. Oh, we have a hyper potion. Well, had a hyper potion. Okay. Gently nudge him with a quick attack. Oh, that got him down in the red. So, statistically, we should be in a lot better position to do this. I should probably switch to something tankier before Pikachu gets knocked out. Blastoise is obviously a good choice here. One of these has to work. Oh man. Is there a way I can like make him like sleep or something? Come on. One of these has to work. They're fully paralyzed. Why is it? We just got a really bad aim. Except for that time. You know what this means? Moltres. Or his friends call him Flame. A legendary bird Pokemon. As it flaps its flaming wings, even the night sky will turn red. With that, we now have every single legendary in the game. I don't have any more escape ropes though. Let's get the heck out of this cave. Also, Pikachu's not doing so hot. I really want to see it. Let's go back and switch out all of our Pokemon for just legendaries. And just see what happens if we try and go after the Elite Four again. It is kind of a shame that you usually only get the legendary at the very end. Because it's like... I mean, you've already beat the game, basically. Like, what do I need this for? And I think the more recent games are better about that. Because then there's usually a significant amount of post-game. And now you have like internet-enabled battles online. Yeah, internet-enabled. As opposed to internet-enabled battles offline. But you know what I mean. You can fight other players really easily in the newer games. So it makes sense to have access to legendaries there. But in these older games, it's just like, okay, now what? Let me break out the link cable. I forgot which way is out. I'm never gonna go in a... I don't think I'd ever go like into like a cave in real life, like spelunking, whatever they call it. Knowing me, I'd be the guy who ends up getting stuck in the cave. Or technically the rest of my life. I don't know. Oh man, why didn't I bring another escape rope? Can I use Charizard to fly out? He can't fly. It was worth a shot. So basically... One moment as I try and figure out how to escape this massive cavern. I should have brought an extra escape rope. At least we have Mewtwo, so they're like really high level, so there isn't a chance that we fail escaping. And just take a whole bunch of damage and end up losing Pokemon due to that. I think it'd almost be easier to go all the rest of the way through the cave at this point. I don't have any more escape ropes for sure. I think we could actually go out this way. I think this is near the entrance. I could be wrong about that. Wish you could skip that animation at the start of the battle. It's just like... Here's the screen flashing. Here's a wacky transition. Here's Pokemon slowly panning in from the side. Just for me to flee. I think we gotta go up this way. Yeah. Because that's where the spicy bird was. So maybe the next room where the ladder is. Oh, right. I think I know where we're at. Freedom! Freedom! Alright, Charizard, fly us up to the Indigo Plateau here. Because we're gonna swap them out for Moltres probably. Yeah, I think all the birds still just have their default moves. So what'll we make our team? Mewtwo, the 3 legendary birds. Pikachu Sandslash? Because obviously you gotta keep the Pikachu with you. He throws an absolute fit if you put him in the box. And Sandslash is the real hero here. So put the Charizard. Blastoise. Then we'll withdraw Moltres. Zapdos. That's kind of a funny little sing-song Articuno does there for you. Yeah, they all need to heal. It's so weird because I'm like used to how it is now, where you put Pokemon in the box and they automatically heal. Hope to see you again. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna have Mewtwo, we're gonna have... What are we gonna do here? Actually, what moves does Moltres get? Fire Flying. Pack Fire Spin. Yeah, let's just do this with just the default moves that they get. We'll open Moltres, because Ice type. Zapdos has... It's a very spiky Zapdos. Thundershock Drill Peck. Switch them in here. Stats. Ice Flying. Peck Ice Beam. Mewtwo, Pikachu, Sandslash. And I'm just gonna do like a quick save because this is I'm just gonna do this for the fun of it. So just revert to this to a save afterwards. I just want to see how this would go hypothetically. I swear Lorelei is the hardest one of all of them. I guess if you were prepared specifically for dealing with her Pokemon, then maybe. Also, I love Moltres' like hairstyle going on there. Remember the Fire Spin. Oh yeah, that's right, because they're part water type. So I guess Zapdos is really the move. They're sleeping. They're so strong. They're still asleep? Are we just gonna absolutely just sweep through here? I guess that's what you would expect from the legendaries. That Dugong is like the most challenging Pokemon to deal with usually. I think part of it is that our team is just a lot lower level than the Elite Four's Pokemon. I could have totally have, like, did a bit of grinding, but... They actually managed to freeze? Really? Okay. Okay. That's just the answer for that. It's not doing anything. Okay, so Psychic? I mean, it makes sense that that would be super effective. I forgot what they said about who was being switched out. I'm just gonna keep Mewtwo. How much does Swift do? Quite a bit. That was a crit. Don't want to spam Psychic too much. Probably gonna want that for later. How to use Jinx. Now this is a Moltres situation. Oh, they missed. Why would Ice be super effective against... I still don't get that. Oh, Moltres keeps going. It's like a fire type rollout almost. Oh. Well, that's not good. I don't know, I guess they're pretty well balanced, all things considered. Yeah, the legendaries are like a big deal, but it's just like if you bring them into like, I don't know, Pokemon Showdown or something, I feel like if you know what you're doing, that's really not that much of an issue. Like, the legendaries aren't as broken as you'd think they would be. I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I already said it, I'm gonna get Violet. I'm kind of concerned about the legendaries in that game. Because it seems like they make it look like you get them pretty early on, and that's just like kind of like, I don't know about that. Because doesn't that kind of devalue the whole them being legendaries thing if you just get them? I don't know. I need to decide what I'm gonna do on Friday. There's part of me that wants to go straight into Pokemon Gold. But there's another part of me that's just like, maybe we need to take a little break from Pokemon since we've been doing that the last couple games. It's supposed to be a variety channel, not a Pokemon channel. This Articuno sprite though. Looking like a blue flamingo. Let's see. Guess we can throw in the Sandslash. They're basically a legendary. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have put Lapras on our team. We have one. Okay, I'm just gonna assume we're probably not getting this. Then again, I was just trying to test out these the legendaries. Just see how they handle, and they're actually pretty well balanced. It seems like this generation. If we're like not able to just go crazy and sweep through the Elite Four without being like over leveled like 20 levels. I imagine against other players, they probably aren't as big of an issue either. I guess I'll see this out. I'm not going to use any items though. We are now in a alternate dimension where we chose to do this, that isn't actually the real dimension. I'm probably not playing optimally either. I don't know. Still managed to take care of Lorelei though. I swear they're easily like the most difficult of the Elite Four. Alright. So now how do we handle Bruno? No healing, no items. I remember, in Pokemon Sapphire, I could take out the entire Elite Four with just my Blaziken. Then again, I did have them up to level 100 though, so... I think that was the only Pokemon in like the older generations before the Switch that I had a Pokemon leveled up to 100. I totally did that thing where I just like kept going with my starter. That's not gonna do anything. Wait, no, it's the other way around. Are you ever gonna unfreeze Zapdos? Amazing. How many turns are we gonna go without taking damage here? They missed again. The Onix is just like pretending to hit us. Eventually they hit us. That's crazy. I wonder what the odds of that series of events happening is. Come on, unfreeze. Well, they're not frozen anymore. Our turn to do some freezing. Whoosh. Did you use Hitmonchan? Do it. Bring out your worst challengers. Or best? Best for you, worst for us. That Hitmonlee stance though, doing like a roundhouse kick, a little bit of a Chuck Norris throwback. Yeah, thrown way back. Switch back to Articuno. At least, I think these are only 2 Pokemon left at this point. Such a neat effect for the ice. Like rupee-shaped ice. Wait a second. They can't do hardly anything, and we have Recover on Mewtwo. I should probably use that before this situation's over. Built-in full restore. And they missed. I wonder if they're going to include all the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. I really hope so. It really kind of annoyed me whenever, like hardly anything, like half the Pokemon didn't even make it into Sword and Shield, originally. I know they've added a lot more now. But At least when it first came out, there was like hardly any Pokemon in there. And there's still some Pokemon that are missing from that game that I really wish were there. I don't really see the reasoning for it. Bring out the Mewtwo. Wow, so much damage. Wow. I should probably use Barrier earlier on, just to boost the defense. Maybe do that like twice. You're really gonna confuse Mewtwo like that. Confused no more. Finger's just like, uh-oh. About to use Golbat. Yeah, I think Agatha is probably the easiest of the Elite Four. Either Agatha or Bruno. I've yet to have too much trouble with either of them. That Gengar can be a little bit of a pain, but that's about it. I really feel like they started off with the strongest member of the Elite Four first. And Lance is only an issue if you don't have items for him. Oh, we're out of Psychic. That's not good. It kind of amazes me, like, going back to this game, seeing just how much stuff changed between the first generation and the second one. About to use Gengar. Yeah, we kind of have to switch here actually now. Because we're out of Psychic. Swift is normal, so... Level 60. Oh no. Don't make the bird sleep. Oh. Huh. That's a lot more than I thought that would be. When the bird gonna wake up? Never. Never is when they're gonna wake up. Just you and me now. Oh no. I don't have anything to deal with this with. What, spam barrier? Go for like what is it, struggle? Okay, so our defense is maxed out. I think the only way that this goes is basically we get knocked out or we use struggle to go through, and then we eventually hit Lance, and then Lance eventually just beats us, or struggle takes us out. So we've kind of already lost here. I think I'm going to revert the save just for time's sake, because this was all just a hypothetical in another universe anyway, just out of curiosity's sake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pikachu, I was asleep. What was that? Where are we? Oh. Great thing we didn't do that. So I guess we go to the Safari Zone now. There's still a lot of Pokemon to catch there. A friend told me about how that works. Kind of, sort of. Oh, I probably need to switch this Pokemon back. Because, we need Charizard to fly us there. These PCs, though. Yeah, we'll do a little switching here. Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, counting down. I wonder if they're gonna bring back the 3 legendary birds. For Scarlet and Violet. Because, I mean, their names are, you know, obviously, like, numbers in Spanish. And that whole new region, I forget what the name of it is, for Scarlet and Violet, is based off of Spain. So I'm like, it would make sense. But we did just get, like, weird, like regional versions of them, or some sort of, like, weird versions of them. Gigantamax versions for Sword and Shield? So I'm not sure. Also, why did everything just flash? Okay, I think we're fine. Okay, we don't need Snorlax. We don't need strength. Let's get the Kanto starters back again. Especially Charizard, aka personal private jet Pokemon. That'd be so cool if that's how, like, things could be. Wait, why did I take Moltres back? Of all the fictional universes I could live in, if I could pick one, it'd probably be Pokemon. Mewtwo, Pikachu, Sandslash, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. Just as it's meant to be. Alright, Safari Zone was near Fuchsia. Okay, where now go to? Yeah, I'd be tempted to try and catch them all. It's just not physically possible without, like, a second Game Boy or, like, hacking the game. Because if we use our Eevee to get Vaporeon, then we still don't have Flareon, and vice versa. Also, I think Mew is technically a Pokemon you can get, but you had to attend a special event to get them. So, technically not able to catch them all. That's one thing. That's probably one of my biggest, like, complaints with, like, the earlier generations of Pokemon, is making it so, like, you can't catch Pikachu. You can't catch, Eevee. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon you just can't get normally. You either have to have the game give it to you for free, and you only get one. Or you just can't get it, in, like, the case of Pikachu. Or I think the other starters as well, like, if you, I don't know, for whatever reason want 2 Charmanders, you're out of luck. You get 1, at most. Where's the Safari Zone? Safari Zone Warden's home. That's not the actual zone though. This is a big town. Was it here? Oh, I think we gotta go cut through the back. Literally. Celery be gone. I don't know, I think if I try to do gold, I want to do like I feel like I want to do like a challenge run or something. Like, I really like how yellow went. But I feel like I need to, like, up the ante a little bit. I might just do like a random like ROM hack or something. That's currently where my mind's at in terms of Friday. Oh right. We've got limited time. What if I just surf here? Oh yeah, that's right, because you don't learn surf until you get here. Found a nugget. Valuable chicken nugget. Lightning speed. Pikachu speed. Well, can we not even come over here before? It's like blocked off. Oh, right, because you run out of time if you don't have surf. Oh my gosh, look! It's the one pure grass type in the entire first generation. We gotta try and catch them. So, the way my friend explained it, bait makes it so that they're less likely to leave, but rocks make it easier to catch. But increases the chances that they escape. Let's just throw like a bunch of bait, and then missed. Throw another one. Throw a singular rock. They're angry. They ran. Okay, maybe there's like a limit on how many turns you get. Also, I was watching a video the other day about someone doing like a challenge run for Pokemon Blue, I think it was. I didn't realize that the sprites are actually different between yellow and blue. Which is really interesting for me to see. Because, I mean, the first Pokemon game I ever played was this one. So I never saw like the original versions of the sprites. It is more or less the same game though. Why am I trying to catch Nidoran? Don't need no Nidoran. Don't need a other Nidoran. I don't know if I have them yet, actually. Do you want to give a nickname? No. I didn't realize... Apparently you use Moonstone to evolve them. Let's see here. Shall we surf? I think we shall surf. What are these statues? This is probably usually... Oh, this is where you get surf. So is this literally the end of the Safari Zone? I think it is. And then this is the slow, non-surfing path. Wait, can I swim up there? We can. What happens if I go around this way? This feels like there's probably some big old crazy Pokemon that lives here. Not that one. Wait, what? I feel like maybe I got like just super lucky the first time I went through here when I was getting surf. Now I'm just getting Nidorans. I guess technically I don't have Execute yet. Yeah, like the original sprite for Execute, there's just like one gigantic one of the egg coconut things. Like right in the middle. What if I like alternate back and forth between bait and rocks? Oh, they ran. There's like a specific formula here. Not gonna waste my time on a Nidoran. Regardless of which one it is. Here. Yeah, that is the thing though. If I did play Pokemon Gold next, I know that the post-game for that game, basically, they were trying to show off how big the storage capacity is on the Game Boy Color cartridges. So to show off, they basically put this entire game inside of the second generation games. That's always something you see, like every single generation, people are like, oh, when are they gonna put other regions in the newer games? They're probably never gonna do that again. The whole reason they did that in the first place was to show off the storage capacity of the cartridges. Ooh, Scyther. Oh man. Okay, let's try twice the bait to rock ratio. They angry. Then they ran. Aww. There's some sort of trick to this. I think I've already got Rhyhorn. Do I have them? So what if I just use bait? I feel like if you mess up throwing the Pokeball, that's going to also make them likely to run. They really didn't explain a thing about how this works. Come on. Just throw the Pokeball. Don't even bother with the bait and the rocks. Almost. Maybe it's like species dependent. Like maybe you gotta treat a Chansey a little bit different than you treat a Rhydon. I stop trying to catch them for 1 second and that's when they run. Actually, is there anything else that like changes with the story after? I guess we'll go back to Pallet Town after we run out of time here. Off they go. And Nidoran. It's just like impossible to get something out of here. Kangaskhan. Please catch. And they ran. No surprise there. Don't really care about this Nidoran. Pokemon broke free. Rhyhorn on the loose. Oh, we actually caught it. We got at least one Pokemon. Oh, I didn't have Rhyhorn already. Rhyhorn, his friends call him Spikes. 254 pounds. Wait, so he weighs less than Mewtwo? Won't stop running until it falls asleep. I didn't catch the first page. Some of those Pokédex entries are just like super insane. Totally different than the actual, like, oh, there, nope, we're out of time. Time's up. Your Safari game is over. I did get a Rhyhorn. So, I could say that's pretty successful. Is that another Mewtwo? It's Kangaskhan. Okay. So, I feel like what we need to do now... Let's go see if Blue's home. Is there any other, like, dialogue we have with him? After he, became champion for 5 seconds, and then we took it back from him? He's nowhere to be seen. Where did he go? Is he here somewhere? Hello. I guess we should get that experience all from his aid. I don't remember what that is though. So there's that. Alright, we'll fly. Was it near Celadon? I think it might have been. It might have been one of the places that you enter Saffron with. I could be wrong about that. Oh, there's no stairs here. I guess they're all like that. So that means... What does that mean? Cedar City, Cerulean City, Lavender Town. Maybe some of them have the stairs and others don't. I could swear most of them do. I don't even know if there's any trainers left in the game we haven't fought. Just like go back to the games corner for the last little bit of time. Yeah, there's no stairs here either. Okay, I know that there was some stairs near the route that had the Snorlax on it. I'm trying to think, what else should we check on before we're like done with the game? I've heard people say that even in like the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu games, which are based off of this game, this guy right here, this Machop's still doing his thing. Preparing the foundation for a building yet to be built decades later. Oh, can we surf somewhere over here that we couldn't get to before? I think that's just a shortcut. I'm thinking we may have done literally everything there is to do in this game. Besides things that you'd need another copy of the game to do. What's up this way? Another entrance to Saffron. Secret underground tunnel. I don't know why they don't, in like the more recent Pokemon games, make it so that your Pokemon can follow you. I feel like that's just like the easiest thing in the world to do. They've already got the walking animations. Okay, this is another Saffron entrance. All roads point to Saffron City. So I guess what, we go over to the games corner now? Since that's something that can only be enjoyed in this game. Or I think Red and Blue. And they, like, changed it. I think even as early as Fire Red, Leaf Green, I think they changed it. I kind of want to evolve that Nidorino that we got, like, way early on. Where's the Pokemon Center at? Yeah, I totally forgot that you use a Moonstone to do that. PC. I'd like to make a withdrawal. 1 moonstone. Drop off, I guess, Venusaur. It's kind of funny though. I know the whole Sandslash thing was kind of like a running joke for a while there. Because originally the whole reason that I was doing that at first was I was like upset that they didn't make it into Sword and Shield. And then, actually in Animal Crossing, I ended up naming my island Sandshrew. So that's kind of where that started. And then in this game, I get them because, of course, I'm going to get them because it's funny to me for some reason. And then they end up being the Pokemon we end up using to win the game because Sandslash is actually super powerful in Gen 1. I just think it's funny how that chain of events went. Oh, we gotta evolve the Eevee. Do we have a Water Stone? We got 1,000,000 TMs. Oh, we gotta get the coin case too if we're gonna mess around there. Deposit a Pokemon. Do a little evolving. Did I put Nidorino in here? Oh, there they are. I think. That's the right one, right? Nidoran. No. I caught them really early on. Oh, there they are, Nidorino. Yeah, I didn't realize. Like, why would you use a Moonstone to get Nidoking? But there it is. Also, what a weird sprite for Eevee as well. Not that one, but this one. Looking like the same sprite as like Rattata or something. Charizard, fly over to Celadon. Wait, we're already in Celadon. What am I doing? I just want to see what their sprite looks like. I think we've already seen Flareon. What is that? 3rd floor? Probably. There it is. Waterstone. That'd be so funny if I got like the Leaf Stone and I try and use that on the Eevee. What? Gen 1 Leafeon? I don't think I've used our Eevee in a single battle. Behold. Fish acquired. Vaporeon looking a little different. I spent all that time thinking, oh, I'm gonna be the champion. I'm gonna be the best there ever was, etc., etc. But then you never stop to think, okay, what happens when you actually get there? Vaporeon sprite didn't even update. Ah, yes. Proceeds to take our champion winnings. Gamble it all and lose it all. Come on, we need a Porygon. Let's go for the Porygon. Can we get it? Apparently the strategy here is to keep trying, and if you lose like 5 times, then you leave and you come back in, because apparently the RNG resets whenever you leave and come back. There's like one lucky machine in here somewhere or something. It's most likely gonna be the one in the bottom right corner. I would say it's going pretty well. We have beat the game and got all the legendaries. Just kind of messing around with the games corner here with the last little bit of time we got. Going to be starting something new on Friday. I can't tell if I should go into gold or if I should do something else, because I have been doing Pokemon stuff for a little while now. Also, I didn't realize you could @ people in Twitch chat. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess the strategy here is like reset the RNG by going in and out of the games corner. Trying to catch all 251 Pokemon. Get yourself a shiny. Nice. Wait, how are you gonna get Mew? Yeah. I don't know, I'm thinking if I'm gonna do that, I really ought to do like some sort of like challenge to like up the ante though. I don't know. I'll think of something before Friday. And that's 4. Yeah, if you want to win twice within the first time, the first 5 attempts at this one. If you can do that, then you basically will just keep winning until you get 3 black bars, then you gotta leave and reset it again. Or until you lose 5 times in a row, then you have to reset it as well. But that's basically the optimal strategy for getting the maximum amount of credits here, at least as I understand it. Wait, how did you get Mew? I thought you had to like attend like a special event for that. see if I can get Porygon. I have to say, I think Shiny Mew is probably one of my favorite shinies. In my mind, it's just like, anytime you have a blue shiny, I'm just automatically like, yes, I like this. Like, Shiny Umbreon is probably my all-time favorite. Meanwhile, like, green shinies, I'm just like, really? Simple glitch in blue-red. Oh, I know what you did. You checked under the truck, didn't you? And I think that was 5 losses in a row, so I'll reset. Pikachu's happy about this turn of events. Man, of all the Pokemon to get, like, kind of a weird shiny, I kind of feel like Pikachu's was a bit of lost potential. It's like, oh, what shiny Pikachu look like? They're yellow, but slightly darker yellow. Oh. Oh, you're playing on the 3DS. I don't know what they changed on the 3DS version. I'd really like to start playing some DS games on stream, but I got some stuff I gotta hook up first. Like, as soon as I get, like, DS stuff hooked up, I'm probably gonna immediately start playing, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Just, I'm basically gonna have to build a new PC for that, because mine's, like a decade old. And it can't handle streaming and DS stuff at the same time. Did you catch a missing no? Is there a shining missing no? I'm gonna lose all my credits, lol. How much is Porygon again? Well, we could have got an Abra. Vulpix is 1,000. Wigglytuff. Oh, Porygon's 900 or 9,999. I don't know about that. Okay. Oh, you're playing, like, Gen 2 games. I thought you were playing, like, Yellow or something. Cyndaquil. That is a excellent choice of starter. I don't know what it is about fire-type starters, but I always tend to favor them. I still think that's crazy that they were able to fit this entire game into to basically be the post game for Gold and Silver and Crystal, I guess. But just like, look how much space this Game Boy cartridge can hold. Now they could probably fit like, what, at least all the Game Boy generation games in like not even a fraction of a Switch cartridge. Yeah, I can't wait till they actually do like the Gen 5 remakes. Because you know that's up next, since we already got Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Next up has to be the Black and White remakes. I wonder if that's going to be for the Switch, or if that's going to be whatever comes after the Switch. 6 eggs so far. Hope you get a shiny starter. I hope you do too. Shiny hunting. I remember I was doing like a lot of shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. I might do Sword and Shield stuff on stream. I already played the game, but I never actually... Oh! I got the 3 7s. Let's go. Yeah, I've already beaten Sword and Shield. I didn't do it on stream though, and I haven't touched the DLC yet. So there's a chance I might go for that. Make like a challenge run out of it. Like, still working on Scarlet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd have to be after Scarlet and Violet. I hope they have their A team on that, because I know they just had their B team working on Sword and Shield. Just why things didn't turn out to the usual Pokemon standards. But I think they learned their lesson with that, and I bet Scarlet and Violet is going to be much more the open world Pokemon game we all expected and hoped for. Still, I wouldn't pre-order. I'm really like wondering what they're gonna do about the legendaries, because I mean, obviously the box legendaries, we've already seen those, and we know in the trailers that apparently, like, you must get them early on, which has me a little bit concerned, as well as the fact that the game literally comes out in like what? It's August now, like 3 months, like not even 3 months. About 3 months. And we'll all have Scarlet and Violet. That was a big surprise. I stayed up to watch the announcement whenever they announced the Gen 9 games. And they said it was coming out this year in November. I'm just like, that's probably too soon. We just got Pokemon Legends Arceus this year, near the start, which I love that game, but it seems like hold on. It seems like they're probably not going to do any DLC or anything for that game, with Scarlet and Violet coming out, which is a bit disappointing, because I mean, I really thought that was like a really cool twist on the normal Pokemon formula. But it's very clear that Scarlet and Violet are going to take a lot of design cues from that. It's a little bit weird that they're just like, oh, Scarlet and Violet's going to be... Oh, this is basically beta testing like, or like Pokemon Legends Arceus is basically just beta testing for Scarlet and Violet. I'm gonna go with Sprigatito. I haven't seen. I know that there's some people allegedly leaking what their final forms look like. I'm gonna try and avoid that as long as possible. But unless one of the others really has something, something really that tips the scale, I'm gonna go for Sprigatito. And Pokemon Violet, because it's like, do you want the Dragon Legendary, or do you want the Cyber Dragon Legendary? Ah, you're just gonna get all of them. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense for me to pre-order it, since I'm definitely gonna stream the game whenever it comes out. So, like, regardless of what it's gonna be like. I mean, I know I'm gonna get it anyway. I don't know. A little bit torn over that. Actually getting pretty decently lucky here. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. I feel like they'll probably wait for a little bit after Pokemon Scarlet and Violet come out. That has to be like the next thing that they're going to be working on. If they haven't started working on it, well, not yet. Once Scarlet and Violet are out, they're probably going to start working on the Black and White remakes. Just as much time as it takes to put those sorts of things together. Like, that's what I would do if I was in charge over there at Game Freak. Because you know people are going to be asking for it inevitably. Eight non-shiny eggs hatched. Every single time that you hatch one that isn't shiny, you're increasing your odds of the next one being a shiny. Statistically speaking. I like that they've made it, like, shiny hunting in the newer games a bit easier. Like, all the stuff you can do with, like, giving them certain hold items, and then that can, you know, make it so more of the, like, IVs get transferred over. I feel like you have a lot more options now than you used to, with, like, the older games. Gonna take about 60 eggs. I mean, the bigger the challenge it is to get, the more satisfying it's gonna feel when you finally get there. 1 in 64 chance. Yeah. I probably would try to do shiny hunting in this game, but in first gen, the game doesn't actually tell you if a Pokemon's shiny until after you catch it. So, yeah, no, I think I'd wait until at least the second generation to start shiny hunting. Yeah, that's one thing that really surprised me with this game, because it's been, like, a really long time since I played this game originally, just seeing all the things that are different. Pokemon can't use hold items. Like, none of the berries exist. No natures. Special is just one stat instead of two. The really crazy thing is that Hyper Beam, if you knock out a Pokemon with Hyper Beam in Gen 1, it doesn't actually have to recharge another turn. Just so many crazy things like that this game has. There's a way to tell. For instance, the trio birds. I'd be very interested in knowing what way that would be. Oh, I've almost got 1,000. Yeah, I think we're in the super lucky mode right now. There is like every time that you re-enter the game corner, it like randomizes like the odds for each of the machines. There is a chance that you can enter super lucky mode, where you just like win like every couple of turns at least. I think we got it. Other stats will tell you. Are there even like different sprites for that? I don't know. That's something that really amazes me about Pokemon in general. You can be someone like me who's literally played Pokemon their entire life and still not know everything. Or like people who like play competitive Pokemon who would still be like, you know, not know stuff about weird quirks about the first generation. Really speaks to the level of depth the games have with their mechanics. I had no idea that would change the stats. Come on, let's go over 1,000. Yeah, I'm really excited for Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon Breath of the Wild. That's another game I'd like to play on stream, because I haven't played the DLC for that either. There's a link on YouTube that'll explain how to tell. I will have to check that out here in a bit. That seems really interesting to me. I think the lucky streak may have ended. Yeah, time to reset the RNG. Two, three. I didn't realize how little you needed to get Vulpix. Yeah, what can I get for 900 coins? You can get Abra? Oh, Vulpix is 1,000. Okay. Right. Scyther would be really worth getting. And I know the middle one is Hyper Beam. I forget what the other two are. That's another thing that I really missed from like the newer games, is having the TMs not just be a number, so you actually know what you're getting. Let's see if we can't get 1,000. Come on, Vulpix. I wonder if they were gonna do more Let's Go games. I never played the Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee games because I'm just like, they're clearly meant to be like a stepping stone for people who got into Pokemon from Pokemon Go to like get into the main games. Which, nothing wrong with that, but I'd probably prefer the original. But if they like, I don't know. If they made like another like Let's Go game or something like that, you could like choose like which Pokemon you start with. That would be really interesting to me. Check my Whisper. Okay, let me check this out here. Ah, yeah, I see you've sent me something here. Yes. Some very nice YouTube links that if I clicked on them would the audio would be captured on stream, so I will wait until I'm done streaming in about 12 minutes or so. But I will definitely check that out. Thank you for sending that. Where did Gary go? It's like, he's the champion for 5 minutes, and then you beat him immediately afterwards. And then he's nowhere to be seen. It's like he vanished. Okay. Appreciate that. Oh man, if I could just get... I would really like to get the Vulpix. Just like 100 more to go. Maybe? Nah, we gotta reset. I still can't believe they took this out of the game. I don't remember if this was in Crystal, but I know that the, I think it was, like, Fire Red Leaf Green. They changed the games corner to something else. Wait a second. Wait a second. Won't be easy to get them. If I were you, catch them on blue-red. Interesting. Also, I can totally just buy the coins. I mean, I'm not really gonna need the money after today. Since we have seen pretty much everything the game has to offer. Yeah, I just wanted to play like one good like vanilla run of the game before I started messing around with like crazy challenges and ROM hacks and stuff. So if you freshly purchase a Vulpix, do a little bit of a Vulpix unboxing. Where's the Pokemon Center? Yes, of course, I went the exact opposite way, as is tradition. Ah, yes, we're not allowed to look at them until we gotta make a trade for it. I deposit one Nidoking. In exchange, Vulpix, Ember, Tail Whip, Quick Attack. That's kind of crazy to me because it's like, oh, you get Moltres. What, they know Fire, Spin, and Peck. So if you just straight up get a Vulpix, it has more moves than Moltres does. Alright, I guess there's not much left to do. Gonna, I guess, fly back to Pallet Town and, I guess we'll wrap things up here pretty soon. Is it still the same show on TV? There's a movie on TV where boys are walking on a railroad track. Better go too. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, I guess, like I said, that's gonna do it for us today, I guess. I'll wrap the stream up here. Hope you guys enjoyed me playing Pokemon Yellow. I don't know what I'm gonna be back with on Friday. But I don't know. Like I said, it might be Pokemon Gold, might be doing some sort of challenge run with that, or I might be doing a different game, like a ROM hack of something. But we'll just see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed watching today. Be back at the same time, same place on Friday. Appreciate you for watching, and have a good one.